Every morning I wake up and I check my Amazon Merch on Demand account, and each morning I see that I have a 10,000 upload limit. Most days I don't even get close to this, but this weekend I decided to do it. I created 10,000 uploads this weekend. I'll show you how I did it, what that actually means, and the tips that I'll give you if you want to decide to get to your upload limit on Amazon. Let's go. What's up guys, it's Juna with Detour Shirts. In this video, I'm going to share with you how I did 10,000 uploads in one day. So my upload limit is pretty crazy on Amazon Merch on Demand. I'm in tier 100,000, 100K, so your upload limit may be different. If you're in the higher tiers, you have more space and more upload limits. Mine is 10,000. Most days I don't even get close to that, but this weekend I decided to go for it. So I'm gonna show you exactly what I did to get that. And I'm gonna answer all your questions. What does 10,000 uploads mean on Amazon? How many designs? How long did it take me to do that? And what kind of applications or software I use to help me get to 10,000 uploads. So the first question you may be asking, 10,000 uploads, is that 10,000 designs, individual designs? No, it's not. It's not 10,000 designs. I'm going to explain how it works on Amazon. It's a little different. Each upload is an individual product and on the marketplace. So let me show you exactly what I mean with this chart right here. So on Amazon, they have multiple marketplaces and multiple products. So when you open up your designs on or products on Amazon, you'll see all these products right now. As of right now, depending on when you're watching this video, they may have added more in the future. But right now, if you check them all, you can see you could have 66 uploads. Each one of these is an uploads. There's 14 products on the US market, 9 in the UK, 9 in Denmark, and so on. I added it here. So if you have it all checked on, each design could get you 66 uploads. And sometimes you may have a design that may not work on raglans. They don't have a dark version of the raglans, so sometimes I turn that off, and in that case you'd only get 60. So either way, somewhere between 60 and 66 uploads per design. So what that means is I would only need 152 designs for 10,000 uploads. Or in this case, if I turned off raglans, I would need about 167. So there's lots of different ways that you can do that and get that number. Now, I also wanted to point out, if you're in a different tier and have different uploads, these are the amounts of designs you would need for those uploads. So if you're in a higher tier than me, you need, more designs. But if you only have 5,000 upload limit, then you only would need 76 designs, and so on, like this. So of course, the lower you go, the lower uploads, the less designs you would need for those upload limits. So you still may be thinking 152 designs, that's still a lot of designs. How did you come up with 152 individual designs? Well, what I did was, in this case, and you can do, there's lots of different ways to do it, but I did scale designs. So what scale designs are designs where you can put in a word and take out that word and replace it with another word to make another design. So in this case, I used two types of scale designs. I used one where I switched out the years, and another where I switched out states, United States. So Alabama, California, New York, and things like that. So let me show you the breakdown right here. So here's the breakdown on how I got more than 152 designs. I did 3 scalable designs, like I said. 2 of them had the year designs, and they ranged from 1950 to 2003. I did 2 of those. That's 53 designs here. And then I did one where I switched out the states, Alabama to Wyoming. There's 50 states. And that ended up making me 156 total designs. So I didn't use it all. I still have some designs left after doing that 10,000 uploads. But you can see right there, very easy when you do scaled designs. So your next question may be, how long does it take to create 10,000 uploads on Amazon? The answer may surprise you. It doesn't take as long as you may think, and I didn't use any software. You might be thinking, well, you just put it into some AI or some software and it will just do it automatically for you. No, I decided to do this all manually using the tools on Amazon for uploads. And I'll show you exactly how I figured out how long this would take. I have a breakdown right here. If you do the math, it actually is possible to do it by hand, manually, on Amazon. And let me show you what I mean. So for the 10,000 uploads, it's important to remember it's not 10,000 pushes of the button. It's only 152 times where I have to hit the button. So those is 66 uploads. So each one of those, each time I hit the button, 66 uploads, that can take between 1 to 5 minutes. It usually takes 5 minutes to set up the first batch. I want to get all the colors right. I want to get all the titles and brand and bullets and all of that if I put that in. After that, once that's set, each one after that is only going to take about a minute to upload it, maybe make a little corrections, change a word or two on there, and then hit enter again. And so that can go really fast. So the first three, I remember I have 3 batches, so those at 5 minutes each, and then I have 150 more of those to keep hitting the button, upload, upload, upload. And those can take maybe 2 minutes, so I did 2 minutes here. And you can see adding those together, 315 minutes, so about 5 hours and 15 minutes if I did it straight. Of course, I took some breaks. I didn't do it all straight. I probably did an hour or 2 at a time and then took a break and then I'd do another hour or 2 and so on. So one of your next questions may be, how did I create so many designs so quickly? Did I use any software to do that? I created my designs in Affinity Designer and I have lots of tutorials on how to do that, but I left the space out for the year and for the states. And so those things I left out, and then I put it into Photopea and I use an automated software called Automate POD. Ryan talks about it here in this video right here, but I can show you how it works later in a different video. If you want to do that, let me know in the comments. But that really sped up my time for design. So I was able to create one design and then hit the button for Automate POD, and then it cranked me out 53 designs because of the year and then 50 designs because of the state. So I was able to create designs over the weekend on top of the uploads. All of this was done in this weekend, and that really helped speed up my process for the design part. So that's how it worked. And then once I had the designs, I had to take those designs and upload them individually on Amazon. So let me go to Amazon and let me show you exactly my process for uploading on Amazon these 10,000 uploads. So here I am on Amazon Merch on Demand, the Create tab. You may have seen this if you're in Merch on Demand. Now, the first thing you want to do if you're going to go and do your upload limits is to make sure you set all of these right. So first things first, you want to make sure that the color matches your design. So I'm going to go here and pick my design. So here are the state ones. This is the one I did last. So you can see all the states here. Automate POD puts it in a nice folder. You can name the folder and then it just names all of it by state. So you can see all 50 states here. I've already uploaded this, so I'm not going to upload it, but I'll show you what it looks like. And the reason Massachusetts is first here instead of last is because I had to update that one because it was bigger. So let's look at that one, and you can see my design for this one. And I'm going to pull it up here and make sure that it works on all colors. So you can see I just have like this vintage design, really simple for this tutorial. I didn't want to make something so complicated, but you can see what I did in Affinity Designer is I did this top part and I left this out, the word out here. And in Photopea, I typed in the state, well I actually typed in var1. You'll see it in Ryan's video, and then you just hit go and it replaces it with all the states. So this one says Massachusetts. Of course other ones would say Idaho or Utah or California or whatever it is, right? So first things first, make sure you get all the colors you want. So doesn't look great on pink, doesn't look great on orange, right? So pick the ones. I picked them all that worked. I went through there. So this is the one that takes 5 minutes. You got to go in and make sure that it works on all the colors. It may not work on raglan. I think this one is okay on the gray raglan, so I left it on the raglan. And then these don't save. I wish Merch would save the colors here, but you would come in here and you'd make sure that you pick the color and make sure the right size. So this is where every time you put in a different one, it would take a little while because you'd have to adjust, right? And then write your text. Now, The only thing you actually need on Amazon is the design title and the brand. A lot of people leave these out for speed, and you can. I think I like putting it in just for more keywords, but you're gonna have to take some time and use the right keywords. Of course, I put the name of the state first and then like explain what it is and so on. Now, the nice thing that you wanna do is you wanna hit this Save Publish Settings. So this is going to help you speed up. What Save Publish Settings does is it's going to save all the colors that you picked for the t-shirts. I wish it saved this color too, but it doesn't. Merch, can you please work on that, Amazon? Because by default it comes in white. And then you don't have to do that again. So once this is saved, it will save your design title, your brand, your feature bullets. And then when I come back and upload a different state, all I have to do is come in here and change this, change where I put the state. So I'm going to use the same title, bullets, description, and everything, just changing the word, the state word right here. And so that way I can speed up my uploads. And so that's why it only takes a minute. So once I hit publish, I hit create again, upload the new one, the new state. Make sure all of this is right, you know, change the colors here, change that, and hit publish again, and do it over and over and over again. It's monotonous and it's boring, but that's how I did it. So now you know everything you need to create all the uploads on Amazon and reach your upload limits. I do have some tips for you though. So first tip, if you're gonna decide to do this, is to keep track of your uploads. Because you're doing it over and over again, you may not remember what you did last. You can go back, but that will save you a lot of time if you create a list. So what I did is I created a list like this, just on a pen and paper, and every time I did one, I would check it off. So just to make sure I knew where I was when I uploaded. It can get confusing and monotonous, and like, did I do 1953? Did I do 1954? So make sure to keep a list, keep track of what you did, and it just helps, and it really helps with motivation too, because that crossing out of it kind of gives you a dopamine hit, and you get to be like, yes, I did that one and I did that one. So keeping track not only keeps you moving forward, but also makes sure that you're not doing something, a duplicate of something. The next tip is pretty obvious, and I think most people will do this, but take breaks in between. Now, this could be a 5-hour, 6-hour stint, depending on how many uploads or how fast you're doing. And I didn't do it all in one sitting. I made sure to take some breaks in between. I think I did an hour, hour and a half to 2 hours at the most. Then I get up and do something else and come back and do another hour or 2 hours at most. So make sure to take breaks. Take as many breaks as you can. It's not going to take you all day. But if you put in the breaks in between, I think it can really help with motivation and help you keep going. So good tip, make sure you stay hydrated and take those breaks, and then you'll be able to do it within the day. And lastly, I don't think this scale design thing is for everyone. I think it's mainly for people in the higher tiers, and when I mean higher tiers, those that have more than 1,000 upload limit a day. If you have less than 1,000 uploads, I wouldn't do scale designs in the beginning. These are for people who have lots of space to upload, that don't hit their upload limit every day like I do. I didn't even get close. So in this case, I would do the scale designs. They can help fill your portfolio, and you have all that space there. You might as well put something there. But if you're on the lower tiers, or if you're just starting out, I would not dive into scale designs. I would not use Automate POD right away. This is for people who are in the higher tiers, who have that extra space to kind of pad their uploads that way. So that's how I did it. That's how I got 10,000 uploads this weekend on Amazon. Hopefully I answered all your questions. If there are more questions for me, let me know that in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them for you. And if you want to learn how to add more designs to Amazon, click on this video right here. I give away 7 tips on how to create more products on Amazon, more designs, ideas. Thanks again for watching. And as always, guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one.